Hello, my name is Caitlin Pritchard, and I have completed my creative project presentation for this course on the European Union's ban on hormone-treated beef. For the creative part of the project, I conducted an experiment with my 3 roommates where they tried 2 different types of beef on 2 different occasions. In the first trial, they both tried 2 different patties where one was all-natural beef, raised with no hormones added, no artificial ingredients, and it was the Greenwise ground chuck from Publix. The other patty was regular traditional beef. And in the first experiment, they were unable to tell the difference. Then in the second trial, before they tried each patty, I gave them a pamphlet detailing the harm or potential harm of hormone-treated beef and all the side effects that it could potentially cause and that they may see online. Then I told them which patty was which, and 2 of my 3 roommates said that they preferred the all-natural beef because they could tell a difference. They just didn't know what the difference was. This is really important because it shows how important perception is, even if it's not actually better for you, because you read things online, you may think that it's better for you, and it can perception can also heavily influence public policy decisions, such as the European Union's ban on hormone-treated beef. After conducting the trial, I could easily see why the European Union is so adamant about their ban on the hormone-treated beef. It's easy to argue that the ban was put in place because of political pressures from beef cattle farmers in the European Union. And although that certainly may be true, there is also significant reason to think that it's because of the perception of hormone-treated beef in our country and in the European Union. Some background information is in 1981 the ban was originally implemented, and since 1981 the United States and the European Union have been involved in serious debates regarding hormone-treated beef and the ban. Since 1981 the ban has been expanded twice, first in 1989 and then again in 2003. The ban was expanded to include growth enhancements and 6 additional hormones, all of which are currently approved for use on cattle in the United States. Some different reasons for the ban are that the European Union officially claims that the ban was implemented for health reasons. The European Commission said the ban was necessary to protect consumer health and safety. A study conducted in the 1970s then linked the reports of hormonal irregularities in children to the consumption of veal produced with a hormone called DES. And although this specific substance is and still continues to be illegal in both the European Union and the United States, people worry that the harmful side effects caused by this hormone may result from the use of other legal hormones. Additionally, this ban has had the largest impact on United States beef cattle producers because growth-promoting hormones are used widely in the United States, and this made us unable to export that beef to the European Union. Currently, the United States' official position is that the use of legal and approved hormones in beef cattle production is safe and poses no risk to human health. Because of this position, the U.S. claims that the European Union violates regulations of the World Trade Organization's sanitary and phytosanitary requirements. The European Union continues to claim that their reports and studies have proven the potential for negative effects on human health. In response, the U.S. suspended trade concessions with the European Union and imposed higher import tariffs on European Union products. Although the exact amount of benefits to European Union beef cattle producers is unclear, the ban has obviously been beneficial to these producers in the EU because they no longer have to compete with beef cattle producers from the U.S., which are often more cost-effective and more productive than beef cattle producers in the EU. Some other effects of the ban include a near elimination of export market and added tensions in trade relations. Because the large majority of United States cattle are raised using growth hormones, U.S. beef cattle producers are no longer able to export their products to countries within the European Union. Higher import tariffs and sanctions continue to change as the debate between the U.S. and the European Union continue, but it is clear that this ban has added tension between the U.S. and the EU, and these are 2 countries that do a lot of trade with each other, so those trade negotiations and these added tensions in the trade relations will have significant effects on other markets as well. The next two slides are really interesting to me because they show some significant differences in the reports published by the U.S. and the EU. The first slide shows rapid and continued decline of the amount of beef exported from the U.S. to the EU, and these statistics are published by a U.S. company. Then in the second graph, it's interesting because this graph is published by an EU organization and shows that although there was a decrease in beef imports from the U.S., although there was an original decrease, there has been an increase recently, in more recent years, possibly because of the number of organic farmers, and those numbers are growing. I find these two graphs particularly fascinating because they demonstrate how complex trade between these two countries can be, and they also demonstrate how misleading statistics can be if you don't know the whole issue and the whole story. So they can use the statistics to show different stories depending on which country is using it. Overall, the ban on hormone-treated beef implemented by the European Union over 30 years ago continues to have impacts on consumers and trade today, as the U.S. and the European Union continue to disagree on many aspects of the legality of the ban under the World Trade Organization rules. I think it is certainly an international issue that is worthy of close attention. And these are my references, and thank you for listening. I hope you have learned a little bit about the European Union and the ban on hormone-treated beef and the impacts it has had on United States beef cattle producers. Thank you.